Hello and welcome to the Book Marketing Simplified podcast. I'm Jenn Hanson-dePaula.
And I'm Marcus-dePaula. And Jen, you are having lots of fun with the reels lately. And we're enjoying seeing other people tag us.
Yes. It's been fun to see everyone try it, try the reels and experiment and not take themselves so seriously. It's a lot of fun.
While reels are a lot of fun, there's a little bit more to them than just pressing record for the video and then adding some music on top. So that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Yes. And like so many things with Instagram and other social media outlets, we get caught up in the technicalities of it. We think that that is what is going to make or break our success on the app. And while you do need to hook people with your video, that isn't the only thing that you're going for. Reels can really be used to drive a message home or to teach people something, but there are also those reels where it's just something fun and it's more of a viral video where they aren't necessarily looking to teach anything. They're just looking to have fun.
And to show your personality.
Absolutely.
As an author.
And both are fine, but I do think there needs to be a balance. You don't always just have to do the funny videos. You can also do something that teaches people, that engages people, that evokes some emotion. But it doesn't just end with the video. You want them to take some next steps. And that's what we're going to be talking about today.
So the most obnoxious way would be just to say it in the video. Hey, go to my website. Hey, buy my book. But you have some more subtle options.
Well, when you only have a fixed amount of time, you want to catch people's attention. You want to hook them with something fun, something funny, something eye-catching, but you can't fit everything into the video.
Right.
So that's why it is so important to include a thought-out caption. We need to remember that it's not just getting them to view the video. We want them to actually take action. So including a thought-out caption that has more ideas, maybe some steps that you want them to take, or even adding some more ideas that didn't fit into the video, the caption is the best place to do that.
And you've said this, and I see it being used very effectively a lot, is when you just ask a simple yes/no question or get them to react with an emoji, so that people can just quickly engage with more than a like, because you want them to either comment or to go somewhere.
Absolutely. Engagement isn't just on your regular posts or on your IGTVs or IG Lives. It also applies to Reels. And so when you have people leaving comments, sharing your Reels, saving them, liking them, that is all a part of telling Instagram that, yes, this video, this reel is relevant. People like it. So they're going to boost your visibility all the more. So including a caption is a great way to add more value to your reel.
A few episodes ago, you talked about some of the changes to Instagram and how it impacts your visibility. So you can go back and listen to that episode again. You have to get people to do something more than just like.
With reels, you want them to actually stop and read.
Right.
You want them to go to your profile to read the full caption. You don't want people just to scroll on by. You want them to take in what you're saying, even watch the reel again. So adding a caption is very important.
Let's talk more about calls to action.
Yes.
I've already mentioned the quick response, which you've talked about quite a bit in some other posts, but what other options are there for the call to action?
You never want to assume that people will click the link in your bio or leave a comment. A call to action is just prompting people to do something, and it's something simple. How can they easily engage with you? These calls to action prompt our readers to actually do what they need to do to receive the information that they're looking for.
Yeah, I see a mistake that some authors make, that they're coming at the call to action as the promotional act or something to get them to subscribe or click the link in my bio without considering who their ideal reader is and if it's actually worth their while to do what they're asking to do. And if it's actually going to be something meaningful that their ideal reader actually wants to do, as opposed to the one-sided interaction.
Exactly. We automatically go into promotional mode.
Yeah.
There is definitely a time to do that. But when that's what we constantly do, people tend to kind of turn that off and they ignore it. But we also need to remember that it takes a minimum of 8 impressions for people to actually take action.
Right.
So even if you feel like, oh, I ask the same things over and over again, or I include the same call to action in multiple posts, people need to hear this over and over again.
And they may miss that original post or the last 3 posts you made. So this may be the first time they're seeing it.
Absolutely.
But there is a fine line where you don't want to sound like a broken record.
Yes.
You're really good at creating different ways to say the same call to action.
And that takes time and practice.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. And so if you don't get it right away, that's fine. Keep working at it. Keep practicing, because the more you do it, the better you're going to get.
And if we could really quick just use what you do as an example, which I know may not work for all authors, but having that evergreen content that you've talked about, sending people to things that are of value to them, not just to get them to sign up for something or to buy something from you, but to offer them something that they'll find helpful or entertaining or worth their time.
The question that I am always asking is, what does my ideal reader need? It's not what do I want to share or what is important to me. It's what does my ideal reader need?
Right.
What are their questions? What are their struggles? Or what are they looking for? It's not about me as a business owner, about me as a marketing professional. It's about thinking of how can I best serve my ideal reader and getting into that mindset. And that's why I hound it so much on, the podcast and the blog posts, all the things. Knowing your ideal reader is going to make everything so much easier.
And much more enjoyable for you as an author as well.
Absolutely, because you'll get response. And when you don't get response, when you don't get that engagement, it can feel like a drag.
Yeah.
When you start to get that response, it's invigorating. It's like, okay, I want to show up and be my best self. I want to show up and provide the best value and information that I can. It not only makes being on Instagram so much more fun, but it also makes it beneficial to both them and you.
All right, so as we're doing our reels, we're not just thinking about what we're doing on camera. We're not just thinking about what music we're going to use. We're thinking about what words we can add to the caption and maybe even add as stickers in the video itself. And all the while we're thinking what is going to be of most value to our ideal reader.
Yes.
So as we're doing this, what is the make it happen moment?
The make it happen moment is actually a gift that I want to give to all of our listeners. I recently created a brand new download called 10 Real Ideas for Authors. The head of Instagram, his name is Adam Mosseri. He made this announcement that everyone is getting kind of fired up about, and I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. He said that Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. But here's the thing. They aren't just a photo sharing app.
Right.
They are not removing photos. They are providing more tools within their suite of features that they offer to help us create content that speaks to our audience and allows us to be more creative. So incorporating more video is really the future. Video is the future.
Yeah.
And Instagram is putting an emphasis behind that. They are not saying that you have to have every post be a video, because they're not just a video app. They encompass many different things. And so I've seen many DMs, many comments from authors saying, how do you feel about this? Should I be worried? They're kind of freaking out a little bit. Don't freak out. It's totally fine. It's incorporating some video into your process. And it doesn't need to be that difficult or complicated. So I wanted to create a resource that provided direction, provided examples, and some ideas specifically for authors so you can start applying this to your strategy. So the Make It Happen moment is to download this PDF and put one of those reel ideas into action to start incorporating some reels into your strategy.
And where can people find that download?
They can go to mixesmedia.com/10 reel ideas. So that's 10 reel ideas. Or they can go to the show notes.
All right, so there you have it. And as always, we love hearing from you. So keep tagging us in your reels. Keep letting us know how we can help. And we could use your help by leaving us a comment or review in your favorite podcast listening app. We love to hear how our podcast is helping you or not.
Absolutely. So until next time.
Thanks for listening.